What's going on, everybody? My name's Slender. You may not know me, but I guarantee after watching this guide, you will. So this will be an in-depth guide into the Lost Ark engraving system, which is, a system that really allows you to pick how you're going to play your character and, how to maximize the power and decide your play style. So engravings, they do all the above. The engravings will not only make your character stronger, but they're also going to dictate your play style. And we're going to take a look at the assassin class and specifically the shadow hunter. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. And that's my main class. So a quick note about the shadow hunter and most of the classes in Lost Ark is there's a couple different play styles, to choose from. And that's all, again, decided by your engravings. You have two different kinds of engravings, the class engravings and battle engravings. And the class engravings are really going to be, dictate how you're going to play that character. And we're going to take a look at, and for example, the assassin class, the shadow hunter, you have two different play styles for the shadow hunter. You have your demonic form and engravings that focus more on, being in your demonic form. And the other play style is just your regular abilities. And we're going to be taking a look at the regular abilities and not really going to be focusing on the demonic form. So I'm going to show you guys how to do everything. And again, by the end of this video, you're really going to have a deep understanding. And I want you to also, make sure you watch the video until the very end. It's going to cover a lot of important stuff. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys a link to my next video on how to facet your ability stone. So make sure you check that out as well because it is very important. It's a big part of the whole engraving system. And I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what are engravings? How are they used? Why are they so important? And, how do you equip them and unlock them and all that fun stuff? So to take a look at all the different engravings, you can go to your roster right here and you just click on engraving effect. And this is going to show you all the different engravings that are available in Lost Ark. So there's two types of engravings. There's combat engravings or battle engravings, and then there's class engravings. So there's 15 different classes in Lost Ark, and each class has two specific engravings that, again, are specific to just that class. And with the Shadow Hunter class, those two class engravings are Perfect Suppression and Demonic Impulse. And these are going to be what dictates what kind of playstyle you're going to use. So Demonic Impulse for the Shadow Hunter basically focuses on your demonic form. And then Perfect Suppression focuses on your regular abilities. In fact, if you go with the Perfect Suppression style, you're not going to use your demonic form at all. And I'm choosing to go with the Perfect Suppression, so we're going to focus on that for this video. And then the combat or battle engravings are the engravings that can be used for any class. They give you different, perks depending on what you want to do. And if you're unsure, which engravings you want to use, there's a lot of good class guides on maxroll.gg. I highly suggest you go through there, figure out what kind of class you want to play, figure out what kind of play style you want to do, and then you can really start to min-max your character and decide which engravings you're going to go with. So that's what an engraving is. And again, they just give you bonuses and perks for your character, and they're super, super important. And once you figure this out and how to do it, it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, once you unlock your engravings, you're able to equip them. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now and kind of, what to expect. So there's two slots right here, and these are your engraving imprints. You're able to select two of them. And you can select battle engravings or class-specific engravings, okay? And the really nice thing about the battle engravings, there's 43 of them, and you can see them all right here. And once you unlock these, they can be used across your entire roster for all your different alts, all your different characters that you create. Obviously the class engravings are specific to that class, so you're only going to be able to use these on one class. But again, the battle engravings, they can be used across your entire roster once you unlock them, and that's where the fun comes in. You can unlock these on any of your classes and you can use them on all your different classes. So if I log out and I go to my mage, I'm going to have these two still unlocked and I could use them right away. Now we're going to talk about how to activate and unlock the engravings. So you can see right here that I currently have 2 battle engravings unlocked, and I have 1 class specific engraving unlocked, and that's Perfect Suppression because that's the build that I'm going to go with for the Shadow Hunter. So when you first unlock the engraving, whether it's a class or battle engraving, you're going to start off with 3 points into that engraving. And I'm going to go ahead and equip my 2 imprints, Ambush Master and my class engraving, class specific engraving, Perfect Suppression. And now you can see that I have 3 points into Ambush Master and Perfect Suppression, but I'm not gaining any of the benefits until I get 5 points into either one. Now, in order to get 5 points into these, I'm going to look for accessories like my necklace, earrings, rings, and my ability stone. And I'm going to show you guys how to do all that and how you get these points right now. Now, just a note on the ability stones, the necklaces, the earrings, and all that, you can only equip 1 ability stone, and that's going to go right here in the ability stone slot. This is not a second ability stone slot. This is something else. I think it's a bracelet, and that's going to be for later on in the game. But for right now, once you hit 50, you can have 1 necklace, 2 earrings, 2 rings, and 1 ability stone, and all of these are going to give you more points to put in your different engravings that you choose so that you can unlock the different benefits. So first, we're going to talk about the ability stones, because the ability stones are going to give you the biggest amount of points and also provide a huge vitality boost, that's HP, for your character. And finding the ability stones and faceting them are super important. And after this video, make sure you watch my next video on faceting the ability stones, because I'm going to show you step by step how to do this, and I'm going to go super in depth on everything you need to know about ability stones and how to get the most out of them. Now, accessories like the necklace, earrings, rings will also provide you with points into your engravings and also are very important. All right, so first things first, how in the heck do you unlock these different engravings? How do you unlock the Demonic Impulse engraving? How do you unlock Perfect Suppression? Or if you want to use Cursed Doll, which gives you attack power +3, but it gives you minus or reduced healing. So how do you unlock all these? Well, you're going to do that by finding the engraving recipe books, which look like this. The legendary books are super expensive, so I couldn't buy one, but I did buy the green, the blue, and the epic, so I can show you guys, examples of what these look like and what they actually do. So first, let's talk about the different ways you can obtain these different books, because you're going to need them to unlock the engravings. That's step 1. And you can get these from a bunch of different endgame activities. So you can get it from Chaos Dungeons, you can get them from the Shadespire Tower, you can get them from Guardian Raids, the Cube, secret maps like these right here, which give you directions to the dungeons. You can get them from Abyssal Dungeons, side quests, main quest, island rewards, and lastly, you can get them from the marketplace or the auction house. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to get them from the market. So check this out. So what you're going to have to do is find yourself a market broker. And right now I'm in Vern, and I'm just going to click on this guy right here. I'm going to go down to engraving recipe. I'm going to go ahead and select all. And I'm going to type in the specific engraving that I want. And I'm just going to use Perfect Suppression for an example. So there you go. Shadow Hunter, Perfect Suppression. This is one of the class specific engravings. And I'm just going to search for it. And here you have all 4 different tiers. And by the way, there's 4 different tiers of this. So basically, you're going to need to unlock 1 tier at a time. And of course, that's going to be the green ones, which is tier 1, or the uncommon engraving recipe books. So what you're going to do is you're going to purchase one, and you're going to need 20 of these. You're going to need 20 to unlock that engraving. Now, if I check my engravings by going to roster and engravings, I'm going to go to perfect suppression. You can see that it says power node point +3. Now the next step is power node point +6. So that's going to be the blue books, because I've already unlocked the first tier of this engraving using the green books, which are right here. I've already got 20 of those, and I've read them all. So I don't even know if it's going to let me do it. Let me just see if I can read. Yeah, I can't even read this one because I've already done all 20. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to read this one, which is the first one out of 20, and that's going to be perfect suppression. Now, if I go in to my roster, engravings, and click on class engravings, you can see I am now at 1 out of 20 for perfect suppression. But let's rewind a little bit, and we're going to look at what it gives you when you unlock the first tier. Okay, so we're going to go into our character profile, and you're going to see, let me get rid of this one. Let me get rid of this one, and I'm going to equip perfect suppression right now. So I just right click on it, or you can drag it, and you can actually use, you know, 2 of the same engravings, but we're not even going to get into that right now. So since I already unlocked tier 1, or the uncommon books, I've read all 20 of the uncommon, the green books. What happens is I now have 3 points into perfect suppression. Perfect suppression is going to give me plus 20% normal skill damage. So all my normal skill damage or skills, I'm going to get 20% extra damage, and all my skills are going to give me plus 50% extra shadow burst meter, which is this thing right here. That's my class specific, like ultimate or special mechanic. Okay. And it also deactivates this. So I'm not going to be able to use my demonic form at all with this ability. That's why these are so important. They completely change how you're going to play that class. I chose to go with all the normal abilities because it's just a lot more damage from what I've read. And, you know, I'm just following a raid guide. I'm following a guide for my character to excel at raiding, doing the chaos dungeon and all that stuff. So again, when you read the 20 green books, you're going to unlock the engraving that you can now use, and it's going to give you plus 3 points into perfect suppression. To get more points, we're going to talk about that later. We're just talking about what happens when you unlock the engraving. So now that I've unlocked it, because again, I've got all 20 books, I can now equip it. Okay. Now you'll notice that level 1 is still grayed out. I don't have the benefit yet because I only have 3 points into it. To unlock that benefit, I'm going to need at least 5 points for level 1, 10 points for level 2, and 15 points for level 3. Now, each tier of books that I unlock and that I learn is going to give me more and more points towards this engraving. So I'm actually going to buy a bunch of these to show you guys what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go to the market. I'm going to get some more of those books because I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to type in perfect suppression. I'm going to search for them, and I'm going to get 19 more of these. Okay. So just type this in. 19. Whoops. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to. Oh, there's only 6 of them available. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, that sucks. But anyway, basically, you know, let me just show you guys on paper. So right here. So this tier gives you plus 3 points. The rare gives you plus 6. The epic are going to give you plus 9. And the legendary are going to give you plus 12. So what that means is once I open all these, all the blue ones, once I get 20 of these and open all those, and then the legendaries, it's going to give me 12 points. So it's going to fill up this one, it's going to fill up this one, and it's going to give me 2 more points in a level 3. So I'm going to have level 2 just with this alone. I'm going to have level 2, which is going to give me plus 25% normal skill damage, and same thing, 50% for the shadow burst meter for all the skills. So that's what you get from the different tiers. But to just unlock it in the very beginning, you only need 20 of these green books. It's very easy to get, and you can start using that engraving. So now that we have this engraving unlocked, we have it equipped, I'm going to show you guys how to get more points for these without having to get all these books, because that's going to take a long time. You don't need to focus on it. What you need to do when you hit level 50 is just get the green books, pick 2 different engravings you want to use, one class specific engraving, and then a really good battle engraving that's going to benefit your character. And again, you could check all these in the guides on maxroll.gg. It's a very good place for guides, and it's going to tell you which engravings you want to focus on, and that's what you're going to want to do. So just unlock the first tier. That's going to give you 3 points, and then to fill out the rest of these, to actually unlock level 1, you're going to want to start equipping necklaces, earrings, rings, and an ability stone so you can unlock the rest. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on my ability stone, and with my ability stone, you can see that it's going to give me, or no, not the ability stone. Let me go with the necklace. Okay, my necklace is going to give me +2 for perfect suppression. So when I equip that, I now have unlocked level 1 perfect suppression, and now I could just mess things up and start killing shit. So now I have the benefit of perfect suppression. And now comes the confusing part, the negative effects. And we're going to get into that right now. So remember when I said that the uncommon books, the green ones right here, will give you 3 points into your engravings? Let me just unequip that so I can get back to where I was. And that you're going to need a total of 5 points to unlock perfect suppression level 1. You're going to need 5 points. And I did that just by finding a nice necklace. So this is where the ability stones and accessories really come into play. So earrings, necklaces, rings, and ability stones right here will all give points into different engravings. So this one's going to give me 2 for perfect suppression. This one's going to give me 1 for perfect suppression. The ability stones do not have class-specific engravings points. So the ability stones just give you points for battle engravings, not class-specific. For class-specific, you're going to need your accessories. Okay, I know it's kind of confusing. So my main point is that earrings, necklaces, rings, and ability stones all add points to your engravings, and finding the accessories with the points for the correct engravings is how you're going to get and enable these perks and have perfect suppression, for example, unlocked. And again, I need at least 5 points in a perfect suppression to gain level 1, which is going to give me these benefits right here. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, I need to find accessories that have perfect suppression and that's it. Well, yeah, pretty much. But the confusing part is all the accessories and ability stones are also going to have negative benefits, and that you can see there in the red text. So if I equip this, yes, it's going to give me perfect suppression 1 point and ambush master 2 points, but it's also going to give me 1 point to attack speed reduction. My earring is going to give me also +1 to attack speed reduction. So there's 2 points so far. So if I put these 2 on, you're going to see I now have attack speed reduction unlocked, and I'm very close to having level 1, which is going to reduce my attack speed by 2%, and that is bad. Now, if I have and equip more items that have negative attack speed reduction, like this one right here is +2, I'm super close to getting this activated, and I do not want that. Now, once I have 15 points into attack speed reduction, I'm going to have unlocked level 1, 2, and 3, and it's going to reduce my attack speed for my character by 6%. So the idea and what you're trying to do here is you're trying to find accessories and ability stones that have, you know, the engravings that you want, and you're trying to minimize the amount of negative effects that you're going to get also. And one way to do that is to either find or facet ability stones and accessories that give negative effects for different different attributes. So you don't want all your stuff to have negative attack speed. Like this one right here has defense reduction. So I'm going to want to use that because it's not putting a point into this, it's starting a new thing. And as long as you don't have 5 points into any of these, and there's 4 different ones, let me show you guys that right now. Where is it? Sorry. Here they are. So you've got attack speed reduction, move speed reduction, attack power reduction, and defense reduction. These are all 4 of the negative or malice effects that you can have on your accessories and ability stones. So you don't want to stack up, one of these things. You want to kind of spread them out between different attributes. So maybe your ring has perfect suppression and move speed reduction. Your other ring has perfect suppression and attack power reduction, so on and so forth. It's fine to have all these as long as you don't have 5 total points in any of them. You want as many of these negative things as you can get, but only like 1 or 2 points into each one. If all your accessories all have the same negative effect, you're going to be in trouble because, just one more accessory that has attack speed reduction, and I'm now going to have negative 2% attack speed, and we do not want that. So again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get all the positives and as the least amount of negatives that we can get. And you really want to spread out the negatives because again, if you have all your accessories that if they all have attack speed reduction, you're going to get a lot of points into this and you're going to start unlocking negative effects for your character. Now, if I put on all my equipment, you'll see that I've spread them out between 3 different categories: move speed reduction, defense reduction, and attack speed reduction, but I don't have 5 points into any of them. So I'm getting all the positive effects and none of the negative effects. And remember, the ability stone is going to provide you with the most points. All these just give you 1 or 2 points, 1 or 2 points, 1 or 2 points, 1 or 2 points, and 1 or 2 points with the rings. But the ability stone is going to give you your big chunk. So the ability stone is the main source of engraving points, both positive and negative. And you really need to find or facet one that has all the good stuff and minimal bad stuff. And I'm going to show you how to really min-max these and how to get the perfect ability stone in my faceting video. So watch for that. Make sure you watch this complete video, and then at the end, go ahead and go into the faceting video. It's going to help you out a ton. All right, so now we're going to move on to something super important that I have not seen in any guides or engravings. This is something that you're definitely going to want to pay attention to. So pay attention. So you can only equip 2 different imprints, and these are right here. So you can equip the same ones, you can equip different ones. The guide that I'm following for Shadow Hunter, I want 1 class specific, so I'm going to choose my perfect suppression. And remember, that's going to give me +3 to start out for perfect suppression. Now, once I find more of the blue books, once they go into the market and they actually have a supply of them, or I'm going to be doing a lot of quests and stuff to get more. And, it'll be nice to unlock at least a 2nd or 3rd tier because it's going to give me 6 points or 9 points. So the 6 or 9 points on top of all the points I get from my accessories is going to max out my perfect suppression, my ambush. So that's what I'm going for. But here's one really important thing that, again, a lot of these guys have missed, and that's the fact that you can have more than 2 engravings active. You can only equip 2 of the imprints. Just think of the imprints as a bonus to your engravings. They're going to provide you and get you started with those engravings. So I have 3 points, and Ambush Master is also going to give me 3 points because I haven't unlocked the 6 points. Oh, in fact, look I have 19 out of 20. So let me go ahead and just purchase one so I can show you. That's Ambush Master. That's a very important engraving for my class because it gives me extra damage for back attacks. And as an assassin, or any class really, you're going to want to do lots of attacks at the enemy's back. So we're going to go with engravings. I'm going to type in ambush, and there it is. And I only need one more blue one, and it looks like there's 7. So I'm going to go ahead and buy one, and it's going to cost me 40 gold. Bam. So now we're set. When you buy them, they're going to show up in your mail. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and accept it. And now I'm going to use it. Where is it? Oh, I already had. Oh, well, maybe I could sell it. Untradeable, of course. So look at, now it says it's increased. So now when I look at my engravings, which is nothing because I removed both of these. When I go with my Ambush Master, now I have 6. So without any accessories or anything, I already have 6. And really what this is going to allow you to do is focus on accessories and stuff with other engravings. Why? Because you can have more than 2. You can have more than 2. Yes, you can only equip 2 imprints or head starts for your engravings. You can only equip 2. But something that a lot of people don't know about is you can have 3 or 4. You just have to have the points for them. Okay? These just give you the head start. You can actually have more, and I'm going to show you that right now. So I'm going to equip both of mine. Okay? So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to put in my perfect suppression. So now I have 2 engravings. Only one of them's active because I only have 5 points into one of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip all my stuff. All right. And oh, look at that. I need to change one of these and get rid of, I have 2 extra points, which is a waste for Ambush Master. All right. So I really need to get rid of that. But the point is, I only have 2 engravings selected in my imprints, but I have 3 positive engravings currently effective. This menu right here is going to show you all the effective and active engravings, both negative and positive. I only have 2 engravings equipped, but I have 3 engravings active. Wow, mind blown, right? I know. That's why I said, if you don't know me right now, you're going to after this video, and you're going to keep watching my guides because I cover everything. It may take a while to get through the damn video, but it's good information. All right, guys, bear with me. We're just about finished. So next thing I want to talk about is engraving priority. What things do you want to prioritize? What things do you want to start working on first? And number 1 is going to be ability stone. Why? Because the ability stones do 2 things. It gives you a bunch of vitality, which vitality gives you, where is it? Vitality. Okay, vitality gives you HP. All right, that's it. So this value represents your max HP. So your ability stone gives you a big chunk of HP. Plus, the other reason you want to focus on your ability stones first is because it's going to give you the most points towards your engravings, and you really, really want that. After you go with and find a nice ability stone, you facet it, you get the best points possible. You want to start working on your necklace. So the necklace is going to give you attributes, and it's going to give you, again, engraving points. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I accidentally screwed up. I got excited. I found out that I had some gold. I went to the market and I got myself a necklace. Why? Because it had both of the engravings that I wanted. Perfect Suppression and Ambush Master. And that's hard to find. It's hard to find a good necklace that has both your class engraving points and your battle engraving. But I did it backwards. You want to find a necklace that has the bonus effects that you want, the bonus attributes, which this one gives me domination and expertise. I don't want either one of those. So I screwed up big time. You're going to want to find a necklace and prioritize the bonus effect for your class. And the 2 that I want for my class, for my specific build, is Swiftness, which is cooldown reduction, and Crit, because this is a crit build. This relies on super high crit and super low cooldowns, and I don't have either one. And the necklace is going to give you a big chunk of those bonus effects. So you want to go to maxroll.gg, find the class that you want to play, find your play style, whether you want to do PvP or whether you want to focus on PvE, which is dungeons, raids, chaos dungeons, all that stuff, and figure out which class you want to play, which play style, which build. And you're going to need to find the 2 bonus effects or the 2 attributes that best fit your play style you're going with. And domination and expertise are not them. I focused on perfect suppression and ambush master, but I did it backwards. So now I need to find a new necklace that has the right bonus effects, and hopefully I can also find one that has the +1 and +2 to the engravings that I want. But it's only +1 and +2. That's not a huge deal, because look, I already have 2 bonus points that I don't even need. So if I take off my necklace, I still have ambush master maxed out. I still have perfect suppression and barricade. Yes, I lost 1 point there, but all I need to find is a necklace that has the right attributes and just 1 more point in the perfect suppression. I don't even need ambush master. I've already got it maxed out. So I need to find a new necklace. So 1, work on finding a great ability stone, get it faceted properly, and then start working on a necklace that gives you the 2 correct bonus attributes. Because you're not going to find anything that has strength or intelligence as a shadow hunter. All the gear you get is going to be guaranteed to have dexterity and vitality, because dexterity is needed for my build and everybody needs vitality. So when I go to find stuff, or when I open up chests, or when I defeat a boss, all the stuff that drops is going to be guaranteed to have the basic effects or basic attributes for my class. I'm not going to find anything with strength because I don't need it. I'm not going to find anything with intelligence because I don't need it. So dex and vitality are going to be a guaranteed stat on all my equipment. But the bonus effect, there's a bunch of different bonus effects, which are the combat stats right here. And I need crit, and I need swiftness. I do not need expertise or domination. Expertise gives me extra time on my debuffs. Domination gives me extra damage to pushed or debuffed foes, and I don't even care about that. I just need crit and swiftness, and I don't have any crit at all. So I have to get rid of this necklace, and I have to find something that has the 2 that I need, and hopefully maybe I can get lucky and get something that has either perfect suppression on it or ambush master, or maybe both. But to get all of those is going to be a lifelong search, to find something that has absolutely everything I need. So ability stones, necklaces, and then next in the priority list would be your rings and your earrings. Now, after you find yourself a nice ability stone, and you find yourself a nice necklace with the right stats, not necessarily the right engravings, but you really want to focus on the right bonus stats, then you're going to want to start working on your 2 imprints, because they're going to give you +3 to your engravings, okay? Each one is going to give you +3, unless you unlock the next tier, like I did with Ambush Master. It's going to give you +6. So those should be another priority. And then after you find all the books you need, and you do all your in-game activities and start researching all the books and everything, then lastly, that's when you're going to want to work on your earrings and your rings, okay? Now, for the conclusion of the video, the last thing that I want to mention are a couple things that I want to talk about, a couple details that are part of this whole engraving process. So number 1, you can have the same engraving imprinted in both slots. So if you want to use and get double the amount of Ambush Master, so if you want to use Ambush Master in both slots, you can. So now I'm going to have a bunch of extra damage, for basic attacks. Let me see here. So Ambush Master, I'm full. See how many points I have in there? So I have 6 more points than I need. So you can double up on your imprints to get the most benefit. So if I take these out, I still have Ambush Master, I still have 9 points, but let's do 2 perfect suppressions. It's going to give me another 6 points so that I have level 1 and level 2. So check it out. We're going to use perfect suppression in both slots. And now I have, all the way up to level 2 and almost level 3. So you see how that works? And you know what? I'm going to put on my necklace too. And that's going to give me almost level 3 of perfect suppression. I don't recommend getting both, but you can if you want to min-max, you can really use this to your advantage and get the most points and whatever thresholds you need to hit. So that's number one. Number two, earrings and rings, they can't have the same name equipped twice. So if you have 2 rings, and you probably have already found this out, if you have 2 Fallen Hunger rings with different random engraving effects, you can't equip them both. They have to have different names. So you cannot equip 2 of the same named rings or earrings. And number 3, class specific engravings are never going to be on an ability stone. Ability stones are only going to ever have battle engravings. So I'm never going to find an ability stone that has perfect suppression, or what's the other one? Demonic. Let me see. Roster. I'm not going to find any ability stones with either one of these. Okay, they're only going to come with battle engravings, no class specific engravings. So number 4, don't waste excess engraving points by going over 15. So you know how I had, let me go ahead and equip those again. So I'm going to do ambush, and I'm going to do perfect suppression. So I kind of touched on this earlier. I really need to get rid of these 2 points and put them somewhere else where they're going to benefit me. This is just a waste sitting there. It doesn't make, there is no level 4 for anything. It stops at level 3. Any extra points are completely wasted. And that's it, guys. That is it. So again, make sure you watch my next video on faceting. It's going to be a much shorter video, but it's going to be really good information. It's a lot of fun. You're going to have a great time faceting your stones. I absolutely love this system, and you know, you're going to get some good information there. And last but not least, just good luck and have fun. And if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff at all, leave a comment. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of material, if you enjoy my guides. And you know, if you do have any trouble and you don't want to leave a comment on YouTube, then you can also join my Discord, send me a DM, and I'll get to you as soon as I can and answer some questions for you. I can help you find a good guide for the class you want to play, and I can help you find, you know, the engravings you want to get and start working on for your class and your play style. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.